directed by Damien Leone, I think is his name. I just met him. And the actor of Art the Clown in Vienna at Silver Screen Con. I just met a lot of these people for Terrifier. And I'll admit, I kind of avoided Terrifier for a while. I still haven't seen the first one. A couple times I almost watched Terrifier 2, but I only got to the first 20 minutes. But I gotta say, it was actually pretty good. I saw Terrifier 2 for $5. Right here. Where is it? It's a mess. Yeah. Yeah, I just saw Terrifier as well. Terrifier 2 was actually good. I like the soundtrack. I only, like I said, I only saw the first 20 minutes before, but I will say it was pretty good. Even though I think a lot of people's complaints was it was too long. Which wow, I look kind of like fucked up right now. Sorry, I'm in a parking lot still. I just got out. Hey, this is the Target dog. But yeah, if you want to see Art the Clown, what happens if I do this? Oh god, now it's really dark. Oh shit, now it's terrifying. Yeah, this movie was actually pretty good. I like the second movie. I still need to see the first one, but I don't mind the length. It was really good, but 2 hours and 18 minutes, I can see why people complained. Let me put that back on. There we go. No, look like shit. There we go. I look a little better when the light's off. But yeah, Art the Clown was pretty fucking awesome in this. I will say it was like the Joker as Santa Claus, Santa Joker, and his expressions were fucking great. I don't know if I like it more than the second one, though. I'll admit. I kind of like the style of the second one, and it was just cool. I don't know, something about the second one I really was enjoying, even with some of the characters didn't deserve the deaths that they got, but it's a horror movie. You can't really complain too much about that. I will say, though, that there's some scenes in this movie that I got like a laugh out loud moment with, I'm not going to spoil it, but Santa Claus in the bar, the way he gets his Santa suit. That entire scene was amazing. There's a few other good scenes in this, but I will say, I went in knowing nothing. I didn't even look at I saw that one teaser trailer last year. Like I said, I just met some of the cast and the director recently, and they were really nice, but I didn't want to look at any of the trailers other than the one I saw. And so when it ended, I didn't look at the running time before that, and it just went directed by Damien Leone, I think his name is. I'm like, did the movie just end? No, this is a fucking trick. And I was really surprised. The movie just like flew by. I mean, compared to the second movie, it just like, it's over. I mean, this movie just ends, which I, in a way, kind of appreciated, because I was like, okay, is this going to be another 2.5 hours? I'm like, oh, it's over. Okay, that was a pretty good movie, actually. But it's definitely more of a Christmas. I like how it was Christmas and horror combined, but I feel like I would actually rather have watched this closer to Christmas. I won't even get into it. I went to the bathroom between Terrifier 2 and Terrifier 3, and I had these this bag of cookies that I got at the grocery store that they had these like free cookies, and I just put a few in a bag, and I didn't have them during Terrifier 2 because I wasn't really that hungry. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to have these during Terrifier 3. I'm saving these for them. I put it in a little cup holder. I went to the bathroom. I went back, and there's like 4 people sitting where I was sitting, and I'm like, oh, great. I'm like, I sit down next to them, and I'm just like, no, can I just grab my cookies? I have them in the cup holder right there. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, I had a bag right here. And I'm like, oh, of course you guys aren't going to admit that you threw them on the ground and you just assumed nobody was coming back. But my bag of cookies were just on the ground, and I'm just like, I held back my anger, but I was trying not to start a fucking fight over some fucking cookies. But I'm like, fuck, this is a Christmas movie. I want my cookies. You know what I mean? I want my fucking cookies. That would be fucking perfect. This movie, Art the Clown is dipping cookies in milk with some blood on it. I'm like, I want my fucking cookies, and they're all on the ground. But I understand they didn't really know I was coming back, but I was a little fucking annoyed. So I'm just like, oh. I go, oh, how would you like it if I just fucking knocked over your popcorn right now? He's like, huh? I'm like, you know, you just dump all my cookies over there. Okay, never mind. And then the lady was like, I'm sorry. And that's when I calmed down, because they're like, we can move if you want. I'm like, no, it's not a big deal. It's just, you just dump my shit on the fucking floor. And she's like, what was it? I'll go out there and get you, and I'll go get you a snack. The lady, I guess it was like 2 parents and like, I don't know if there were a couple. I couldn't tell. It was dark in there, kind of like it is right now. Because yeah, and it was just like, I was kind of annoyed by that, so I'm trying not to let that affect my rating of the movie, because I was like, this is some fucking bullshit. I watch Double Toasted a lot. They're the best review site. If you're looking for anyone for movie reviews, dude, please tell me what's your net worth, honestly. Nothing. Iceman. I don't know why you would want to know my net worth. That is some weird ass shit. But no, I don't really have a net worth. But my net worth in cookies, that motherfucker spilled my cookies. Motherfucker, like, I was so tempted to just go, yeah. Why don't you do that? Yeah, go out in the lobby, go get me a popcorn, and go ahead. But I'm like, oh God, I'm not gonna make her do that. I'm like, no, it's no big deal. It's no big deal. Just enjoy your nice big bucket of popcorn, assholes. I'm like, oh, you fucking prick. I couldn't hold it back. There was one part, I had this the sweater off. You can hear the zipper. I was just so annoyed at one point, because I moved in front of them. I didn't even give a fuck. I took my sweatshirt off and I whipped it on the back of my seat. So that zipper slammed it. I'm like, fuck you. You want to say anything to me? Go right ahead. Go right ahead. You drop my cookies, bitch. But this is more of a cookies review. Those were some damn good cookies. This Whole Foods just opened today, and they had these free sample cookies. I'm like, I'm going to bring these right into the movie, and perfect for Christmas, a Christmas horror movie. Art the Clown as Santa Claus, and all those cookies are on the floor. I noticed they didn't really have much more popcorn after I talked to them, though. I think they kind of felt bad that they did that, because when I left, they left before me. Their popcorn was full. They were probably just like, yeah, I lost my appetite. I'm sorry. I can't hold that shit back sometimes when I'm frustrated. You would be frustrated too if all your shit was all over the floor. You go to the bathroom, take a quick piss, you come back, people are in your seat, and your shit is all over the floor. I'm like, you fucking assholes. Like, maybe, just maybe, somebody's returning to these seats. Oh, but no, you're here. You're here. It's your seats now. It's your seats. Oh, what's this in the cup holder? Get this out of here. In fact, I don't have it now because it's on the floor in there. I picked up the plastic because I never like leaving shit. I don't like leaving trash in there. I'm weird like that. I just pick up my trash and I throw it away. And yeah, so they were sitting right behind me, and I'm like, wait, why did I pick up both those plastic bags? I just took those right out of my pocket, and I go, here you go. And someone behind them laughed, and they didn't laugh, but they were probably just like, oh God, he's pissed. And I'm over it now, but I will say, those 3 cookies would have helped Terrifier 3 a lot. I mean, it's cookies, it's Christmas related, it would have been good. But as far as the movie goes, I'm going to try not to let that affect my review. And it's not really a review. I'm just recommending. If you like Terrifier 2, you'll probably like Terrifier 3. I still haven't seen Terrifier 1. I'm starting to understand why Art the Clown is so loved now. Like, he's like a new horror icon. I was a little bit... Because I'm a big horror fan, so when I went to that horror convention, I'm seeing a huge line for Art the Clown and all of them, and like Michael Myers has like a smaller line, and Jason has a smaller line. I'm like, those are like the horror icons right there. They need the bigger line. But now that I saw the movie, I'm like, okay, I get it. It's a modern horror like, I don't want to say a classic, but in a way it's going to be, because Terrifier, you go to Spirit Halloween. I just went in there before the movie. There's Spirit Halloween with Art the Clown right on the t-shirt. So clearly he's becoming a really big horror icon. So hey, good for him. Good for Art the Clown. Good for Damien Leone for directing this. And you can see why before I forget, this is my favorite part of the movie. I actually clapped out loud. I was the only one who clapped out loud, but it was an instinct. There's a news report. This is a small spoiler. I'm not spoiling what happens. Something happens at a mall in this movie. Now, my favorite movie, Dawn of the Dead, George A. Romero's Dawn of the Dead from 1978. Yes, Zack Snyder's movie is good too. Zack Snyder's movie is fun. But considering that's my favorite Zack Snyder movie, and it's a remake of my favorite movie. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. Just 1978 just blows that out of the water. It's the fucking original. But I always liked Tom Savini, and I gotta say, there was a fucking cameo. Oh my god, I was like, wait, who's that? I hear someone talking. Oh my god, it's Tom Savini! It's Tom Savini. Oh shit. Yep. So there's it's a very small spoiler, but it's a really good cameo, and it's not a spoiler really, because people nowadays don't really know who the fuck I'm talking about. This is just for all the old school horror fans. If you like anything Tom Savini, how does Terrifier 3 compare to Terrifier 2? It's extremely different. I am surprised that it's hard to actually really compare them, because they feel like two completely different movies. Like Terrifier 2 was, first of all, it's kind of long, but I tried to hold going to the bathroom, because I was like, I just want to finish this movie. I can't do it. No, I'm not going to enjoy the rest, but if I don't piss. But Terrifier 2, I kind of liked the format it has, and it has a nice look to it. I just like the camera they use. I don't know why. They have like good colors for like a cheap movie. At first I didn't really like it that much, but then seeing it on the theater, I actually like appreciated more. The way it looks on Halloween just around town, I like that. I appreciate that. So I almost want to say Terrifier 2 is a little bit better. It's way gorier. In fact, when this movie ended, I was surprised. I was like, oh, they didn't even do a lot of kills. They really don't do a lot of... The kills in this movie are really good, but there's like half the amount of kills, it feels like. But that Tom Savini scene, because you gotta understand, the reason I'm explaining Dawn of the Dead is set in a mall. So you have this news report being shown from a mall in this movie called Centerville Mall. I don't know if it's real. I have a Centerville down the street, but I think it's called Centerville. And yeah, when I saw Tom Savini appear, he has a good cameo in Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead. That's one thing I really got to give to his Dawn of the Dead. It has some of the best cameos I've ever seen from the original cast. But seeing Tom Savini just appear, and it shows him, and he's still talking, and then it shows him again, and he's still talking, and it shows him a third time, I'm like, yes! I love Tom Savini. I still have his autograph from when it was my first convention, and I didn't really know at the time that you had to pay people for an autograph. So I'm like, oh, can you sign this? And he's like, yeah, sure. And he's like, looking at me, I'm like, well, okay, you can have it now, I guess. I'm like, I tried giving the thing back to Tom Savini. It's a little program for Rock and Chuck, and he signed the front of it. And he's like, no, I signed it. It's yours now. Yeah, I already signed it. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, but he was cool. I guess I saw him again later, and he's really cool. I saw him at the Q&A later that day, and he had like this whip. This was back in 2008, but he's at a lot of conventions, and he does a lot of the really good gore effects from the old school horror movies. Like, he's the one who designed the original Jason. He's the one who did the gore effects in Friday the 13th. He's the one they brought back to kill Jason before they brought Jason back. for Jason Friday the 13th part 4. They brought him back to kill him off, and then they go, nah, Jason makes too much money, we gotta bring him back. So they kept going with Jason, which I didn't mind because I love him. But yeah, I wait, was I say, are the practical effects still as good? Yes, the practical effects are fucking amazing. The Snyder's Dawn of the Dead as well. Nothing tops the OG. Yes, exactly. I agree. The OG, the original fucking Dawn of the Dead is a masterpiece in every way. I've seen that so many times that I can literally like watch that movie if I close my eyes. It's weird. When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth. That shit was so good. That movie is amazing. But the practical effects are so. That's one thing I like about this movie. I mean, it's like it's just good to see like someone actually use practical effects, and I think that's why they had a Tom Savini cameo, not just for the that's one reason I had the light off too, because I really didn't know how long I was going to talk. I don't want to drain the battery. I'm about to end this in a minute. I meant to make it a lot quicker, but yeah, the practical effects. I mean, there's a few people who like he's still hacking at, and like they're moving their eye, and I'm like, oh shit, they're still alive. Oh damn. And some of the effects, you really just go, how do they even do this shit? Yeah, there's a lot of effects that you get so used to it that you kind of forget some of the kills, because you're like, damn, they did rip a person right in half. Holy shit, decorate a tree with some guts. Yeah, but I really like what they did with the Christmas theme, because I think they were just looking for a reason. Okay, what can we do for Terrifier 3? We can't just fucking redo the same thing. They made it Christmas themed, and it works. I think I saw Clint Howard in there. I think Clint Howard was at the bar. I'm pretty sure there was I think there was a wrestler. He was in the first one, I think. A second one. Yeah, there's some good cameos, but the effects are definitely the star of the movie. Actually, Art the Clown he's cool as fuck. You watch Art the Clown in this, and he actually kind of reminds you of Joker. Like, you're watching it, and you're like, dude, I just saw Joker 2. This feels more like the Joker. I mean, I didn't even mind Joker 2 as much as other people. I thought it was okay, but I mean, not as good as first, but yeah, that was. When people even say Joker was a cash grab, it was kind of, but they did a lot of things that I actually kind of liked. I like what they did with Harley Quinn and how she kind of manipulates Joker. That's a whole nother movie. But basically, I'm just gonna end it. I recommend it if you're a fan of Terrifier. I wasn't really a fan as much, but now I kind of am. I'm still a little bit mad about the cookies. I was really upset in the theater. I mean, I was like, I can't keep this anger over some fucking cookies that I literally grabbed for free, that sample cookies. But I'm like, oh man, just imagine dipping those in some milk while watching this, and I'm like, oh, I'd be in such the Christmas Halloween spirit. Oh, those cookies are so good. I only tried one, and now they're on the floor. There's just crumbs on the floor now. But yeah, I think those cookies would have helped elevate the movie just a little bit. If you go to this movie, bring some milk and bring some cookies and dip that shit. Find a way to do it. Just bring a little cup and have some milk and just dip that cookie, and you will be in the Christmas spirit for this movie. And one more thing, that, like I already said it, the length of this movie, good job, guys, because when it just ended, I was like, I'm kind of happy. I'm kind of satisfied. It's kind of over, but it felt like it was gonna go for another half an hour, and I'm like, oh shit, what's gonna happen on this? Oh, it's over. Beep 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 beep. I'm like, oh, directed by Damien Leone. Okay, we're out, and that's that. So if you're looking for a good Halloween movie, this is it. If you don't like gore, don't watch this shit. I'm pretty sure, like, some people in the chat were asking about, like, Carl Yeah, certified tree man was asking about the practical effects and stuff. Yeah, if you want good effects, this is kind of what they talked about Saw being gore porn. This is sort of, but this actually makes it fun. It's like an actual killer. Saw just got like out of hand by like the 5th movie. You're just like, oh god, how many more traps? Oh, okay, this person. Oh, you took a sip of a drink at a bar once, and you said that you were sober, so now we're gonna punish you, and you're gonna have to cut your hand off. Like, what the fuck? That's the way to teach them a lesson? What, they had a drink at a bar? Like, they're trying to beat their sobriety or something? And I'm not saying that's exactly what Jigsaw does, but he does shit like that. He's such a hypocrite. He like does all this evil shit. He's like, you talk to that person the wrong way, we're gonna have to cut your head off. It's like, I don't fucking get it, man. That shit just got fucking blown out of proportion with Saw. Although Saw 10 was pretty good. I'll admit, Saw 10 I was like, oh shit, they actually made a good movie for once. But I'm looking forward to Terrifier 4 if they make it. Fuck it. What is it gonna be? The Easter Bunny? Is it gonna be the Easter Bunny next? I don't know. He's gonna have little bunny ears, Terrifier bunny ears. But yeah, expect to see some people with those masks, like the Christmas tree sunglasses on Art the Clown. It looks pretty good. Not gonna lie, it has some cool little imagery in there. The Christmas lights just look kind of cool. I don't know why. Shane Black would like this movie. If anyone knows Shane Black, a lot of his movies has a lot of Christmas lights. I didn't like the ending of Saw 10, honestly. I don't blame it. In fact, I don't even remember the ending of Saw 10. I remember liking it during it, and then it just kind of like, it's like the always like, oh god, what's it gonna be? And then it ends. I don't even remember that ending, to be honest. I just remembered, like, I think what it is, I like the look of it, and like them having to go to Mexico to get some treatment or something, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But yeah, I liked it a little bit, and then the next couple days I forgot about it. I just know that a lot of people love Saw, so I don't want to be like too mean on it. But I don't think it's Saw. They just showed a preview for the 20th anniversary right before Terrifier 3. So I saw the first one. I've seen all the Saws in the theater, so I mean, fuck it. I already saw the first one. I don't think I'm gonna see the re-release. But they are doing a re-release of John Wick. They showed a preview of that. And then they just had a bunch of fucking commercials. Done some trailers, but the commercials, I'm like I just saw Lady Gaga play Harley Quinn, and she's like in the movie theater on a commercial talking about some pill. And I'm like, oh, god damn, why do we have TV commercials in the movie theater? But yeah, I would recommend it. It's Halloween season. It's October. If you're looking for a horror movie and anyone like Terrifier 2, you'll just get a much shorter version of that. But it's also, if I am ending this right now. Movie overall was good. Yeah, it was for Saw. Most of it, yeah, I agree. Oh, look at that view for a minute. Look at the dog. But yeah, yeah. This is longer than I meant to be. I meant to only make it like 5 minutes. Then people came and asked a couple questions, and I wanted to answer that. I get off topic really quick when I talk. But yeah, it was a relief to have it much shorter than, because I was seeing 2 in a row. So it's like Terrifier 2 and then Terrifier 3 right after, and Terrifier 2 is over 2 hours, and I'm like, oh shit, I didn't even look at the running time for this. This could be another 2.5 hours. Oh, it's over. Okay. All right. Oh shit, I might see that with some friends again. You know what? Because my friends like Terrifier. Fuck it. I might, if they go, hey, we want to see Terrifier 3, you want to come? I'll be like, yeah, I'll go. I'll see it again. So, yeah. And one last thing. If you notice the aspect ratio, this flat and scope, like all that shit. The first movie was like flat with a square. This is like widescreen, and I like both versions. I like it either way, depending on the movie. But yeah, it was cool to get to a little like a change. It went from like the first format, and then Terrifier 3 started, and then the screen opened to widescreen. So that was cool. How you can tell he clearly had a bigger budget, and it looks more like a movie this time. And yeah. for Terrifier 3 fans, you're probably gonna like it. So there's yeah, I save a lot of tickets. I have probably a bunch in here. Had to get one of those when they fucked up. But yeah, Terrifier 2, Terrifier 3, both pretty good movies. And I now understand why so many people love it. I don't love it, but I appreciate it. I appreciate Terrifier for what it's doing. It's bringing back practical effects. It's bringing back that slasher type feel. It's actually, and it's really fun. It's like, it's so bloody and over the top that it's actually not like a big deal. Like, you know, you can watch it and just be like, it's just so much blood and over the top. It's almost nothing. And it's such a joke. Like he plays it off like a joke. It's never like, you never get queasy from it. So, yeah, I recommend it. And good night, everyone. Enjoy it.